right, I'm live. So let's see. Hold on. All right. So I can set my phone up. Okay. So, you know what? No, it should be okay. I'm going to light my incense though. All right. Good deal. All right. So, actually, you know what? That's not even lit. One more time. All right. The struggle to get this incense to burn. It's so real. All right, there we go. It's burning. Beautiful. So I just finished doing the May 2021 predictions. I live streamed it. It's very different, but I thoroughly enjoyed the messages that were coming out. Some were very strong messages. Some were not so strong, but something that I think some people needed to hear. And so my intention is that, you know, when I do readings, one, it's always coming from a place of love. I have no room in my heart to really be judgmental because, and I say this all the time, in order for me to be judgmental, I would have to care very strongly about someone doing something I don't want them to do. And I don't really care that much. You know, I accept everyone as free will, conscious being entities. And so because of that, I just, you know, I don't really like to put so much emphasis on that, especially for mass groups of people, people that I don't know. Some people that I do care about because I have a very mothery, big sister energy in person, and it's very strong in person. So I am very protective over people that I actually know in real life. And so sometimes, let me turn my mic this way. So sometimes I know I can tend to be a bit of a hard ass, but again, I'm working on that too, because even in that, like, you know, no matter who it is that I know or whatever, you know, everyone has their right to live their life the way they see fit, the way that they feel is most appropriate. So I just have to accept that. And it's so funny because, and I'm just going to talk for a little bit. And if we have people that come in, then great. I actually should have oh, well, it doesn't matter. I did want to talk to you guys about some stuff though, in case, and if somebody comes in, then, you know, we'll do a reading. If not, then I'll leave it with just my thoughts about something. I recently was talking to my husband about this, and I told him, I was like, you know, I've been getting so like emotionally bothered lately. And I don't like that. You know, I'm a person who likes to do self-inquiries. And by self-inquiries, what I mean is I like to check in with myself. I sit down and I really ask myself, like, you know, Demi, how are you feeling? You know, what is going on with your headspace? Where are you at emotionally? Are you okay? And I allow myself to be very honest about that. I mean, I'm brutally honest with myself sometimes. Sometimes, you know, I need a little help with that. And then, but most of the time, I think I've gotten to a place now where I can be a very honest person to myself because I trust myself and I love myself. And I know that I'm not here to hurt myself. Sometimes when I'm saying, people can think of like what they're hearing and be like, what? Obviously. But a lot of people don't trust themselves and a lot of people don't love themselves. So, you know, I had to do a lot of work to even get to that point because I was one of those people. But now that I'm here, it's important that I stay here. So self-inquiry is important. And what I noticed when I did the latest self-inquiry is that, you know, I'm getting very emotionally bothered, you know, sometimes. You know, sometimes it's in the it's because of what I'm seeing online. Sometimes it's because of what I'm experiencing in certain relationships that I have in real life, like, IRL, like outside of the internet. And I just don't like that. I don't like that I'm getting bothered, because in my eyes, that means I'm giving power, to someone else. And I don't want to do that. The things that I speak in my readings, I try to abide by as much as possible as well. They're not just, things that I just say just because they sound, nice and when, realistic, but I also say these things because I try to live my life by them, and I think that they would really help, the collective consciousness. So when I say, have gratitude sessions, have a self inquiry, connect with people that will allow you to that will allow you to have like spaces where you can, um, just vent or, express yourself without judgment. Like, find people like that. I'm actively doing that as well, but also understand that there are sometimes seasons where you will be alone, and that's actually kind of the season that I feel like I'm in myself, where, I'm in this season where I feel like I am supposed to be alone, meaning I'm not supposed to be in other people's faces. I'm not supposed to be in other people's households, you know. um, it was so funny because I actually went over to someone's house because I was just really upset about something and I needed to vent. And I knew I was not supposed to leave. Like, I knew I was not supposed to leave my house. And like, like sometimes like spirit just has to get on your ass. So I knew I was not supposed to leave my house, but I did anyway because I was upset and I needed to vent. And my husband was not home at the time, so I needed to vent to somebody. So I go to this person's house, and I'm not gonna put them out because they watch my channel. But I go over to that person's house after knowing I'm not supposed to leave, and I get there and I'm just like, and I'm looking around the signs and it's talking about like towing, like the car, like, and I was like, oh, that's weird. That's, towing. Because I have a horrible track record with getting my car towed. I've probably been towed. I mean, I don't even know how many times I've been towed, but it's more times than I would like, and I feel like it's more times than most people get towed on average. But anyway, so I'm very sensitive to tow signs because I have learned to pay attention to tow signs. So um, I pull up to this person's house and I see the sign and I'm like, okay, I should probably, do whatever the sign's saying as far as, trying to make sure that I prevent my car from being towed. And this person was like, no, it's fine. No one tows, which, was true. Like they're not really known for like towing like that. And so I'm there at this person's house. I leave like 3 hours later or so after I've been, kind of getting everything out of my system. Like, I'm just venting and just, and I get back to my car and I'm telling this person, like, my car, I have this bad feeling that my car is towed. Like, it better not be towed. I'd be so mad. And they were like, no, it's not gonna be towed, it's not gonna be towed. So I get to the place where I parked my car and my car is gone, y'all. Like, they towed my car. And I was just like, man, like, this sucks, because I honestly, there's no one that can tell me that that was not like me literally getting my ass whooped. Like, I knew I was not supposed to leave the house and I left the house and bad things happened. So if there's anyone that's just hesitant about being obedient when you hear when you hear spirit talking to you, guys, be obedient, because getting your car out of the freaking like not the junkyard, the towing compound shit, whatever, it is not cheap. I'm very upset about that. But I'm not upset about them towing me. I'm upset at myself. Well, I was upset. I'm not upset anymore because I've decided to forgive myself for a lapse in judgment. But I really just wanted to let you guys know about that, because it's just like, I knew I was not supposed to leave the house and I left, and what happened? Bad things happened. And so, being connected and tuned into spirit, it's hard, because when you hear stuff or when you see stuff, sometimes you're the only one that feels that way. You can't make sense of it. You're probably going to be looked at as weird depending on the crowd of people you're around. But that conviction is with you. It's not with everyone else. So, I was just mad at myself because, and not even, and the thing is, it's like, yeah, the car was expensive. But like, fortunately, like I'm in a place where like, it wasn't like I can afford to get my car taken out, like I'm very blessed. So, it wasn't even about me getting the car out. I was just mad that like my car was taken. Like I was mad about that because it was like, this is my car, my transportation, and now someone has taken my car. And none of it would have happened had I listened to spirit and stayed my ass in the house and never left in the first place. So, yeah, it was just really kind of one of those humbling moments where it's like, okay, like I really need to start being more obedient. So yeah, that was kind of my thing. But speaking about this lonely season, it's like, don't ignore the seasons that you're in because you're in them for a reason. And the more time you spend sulking about it or being mad about it, is more time you're probably going to spend in it because you're missing the lessons, you're missing the reason. And that was something that was very true to me. So whatever season you're in, whether it is a season of singleness, whether it's a season of loneliness, even, I mean, because sometimes you can be married and be in a season of loneliness where you're meant to just kind of sit with yourself most of the time. Sometimes we are in a season of, being really disciplined about certain stuff. Sometimes we're in a season of fasting. Sometimes we are in a season of healing. Whatever season you're in, meaning whatever time frame, like not time frame, but like, how do I say this? I feel like spirit puts us in places in our lives, certain times of our life where we're meant to experience something very, very specific. And those of us who are kind of tapped in, we understand where we are. Some of us don't, because we're not tapped in, so we don't know why we're in this place, but we just don't like it. But I have been learning how to embrace whatever season and cycle I am currently in because I know that there's something there for me to learn and to experience. And that's kind of where I am right now. And I've been getting downloads out the ass lately because I have been in my own space, because I am not being influenced by other people. But one of the things that I have come back to is my emotional responsibility to myself. And so one of the rules that I have made within my season of being by myself is, understanding that I no longer need to argue with people and I no longer need to try so hard to prove my point. I don't really argue with people as far as like on the internet, but I'm speaking to like people in my actual life. Sometimes I get very passionate and I love a good debate. So sometimes I will argue my point because I feel very strongly about it. And what has been very obvious to me is that I no longer need to put myself in a position where I'm on defense. And that's something that someone else needs to hear. You don't have to be defensive. Whatever it is that you believe in, whatever it is that you choose to do, as long as you are an adult, and I would hope you are not hurting anyone else by doing it. As long like you have to be as long as you are okay with what you're doing, as long as you can sleep at night knowing that you are in alignment with who it is that you came here to be and what it is that you came here to experience, at the end of the day, it does not matter what anyone else thinks. It does not matter what anyone else feels. And sometimes I get to a place where I get defensive and I forget that, and I end up arguing with foolish people, and I end up arguing with people who are not on, not to say that they're not on my level, but they're not on the level of understanding that I am on. And I recognize that, and I'm aware of that. But sometimes that Aries energy comes out and I don't give a damn and I'm just going to go for it. But I have to remember that my space, my emotional space, is my responsibility, and I have to always hold myself accountable for that. So whenever I allow someone to upset me, I failed myself. And that's kind of a word for anyone else out there who ever listens to this. When you allow someone to upset you, you are hurting yourself. They're not hurting you. but you're hurting yourself, because people will try your entire life, especially the way this consciousness is working, like the way that everyone out there works. Like, that's all people want to do, is see other people miserable and sad and unaware of themselves and angry. It's like this culture of, I'm sad, so join me. And nobody wants, I feel like there's not that many people out there that want to see other people win and do good. And I don't know, it's really toxic. It's really toxic outside. But as an individual, I just wanted to kind of put that message out there that we've got to stop giving our power to other people. We need to start taking that power back, and we need to stop giving people permission to move us, to upset us, to frustrate us, to invalidate us. Nobody can invalidate you. You are all the validation you need. You are the approval you need, okay? No one else has to understand why you do what you do. No one has to understand what you do. No one has to understand anything. Okay? I don't give a damn who they are. They don't have to understand it. It is your life. You came into this world by yourself. You came into this world as a single consciousness and life force energy, and you will leave here as such. And everything you experience in between that time is just that. It's an experience. And we've got to stop forgetting that, because we are, sitting around and being mad, angry, sad, upset. And it's just like, we're forgetting what this all is. It's important that you remember what this is. So yeah, that kind of was a message that I really wanted to put out there, because I see a lot of people, and and sometimes I forget too. Like, let me be the first to tell you, like, sometimes I forget what this is. Sometimes I get caught up in the matrix too. I get caught up in the automation. Sometimes I have to remind myself who I am, because I don't have a lot of people around me that will do it. Luckily I have a few, but sometimes I have to, if no one's there to remind me, I have to remind myself. I have to ask myself, why are you mad right now? Why are you allowing whoever to make you upset? And what is that serving you? Like, what are you getting out of being mad right now? You're so much better than that. You're greater than that. Like, when you start to like ask yourself those questions, it's crazy. It's crazy how, like, when you allow yourself, like when you kind of give yourself permission to check your own self, like, my own self is feisty. Like, what is wrong with you? Why are you allowing these people to make you mad? Why are you crying right now? Why are you upset? Why are you pissed off? So what? So what they said that? So what they brought up that? So what? So what? Now what? And you know what I mean? Like we gotta, and that's why I said I'm sharing like these personal parts about myself, because I want more and more people to start doing the same thing, which is, asking yourself, like, why am I giving these people, this person, my power and my energy? Because most of the time, what you're experiencing is projection and hurt, and you're consuming it, and you don't need to consume it. You don't accept their narrative. You don't accept their framework. When someone comes and attacks you, you laugh it off. If someone comes in, hi, Karina. I can't see what that says. Hold on. Oh, first time here in a while. I know. I kind of took April off. It was my birthday. My birthday was a couple of weeks ago, and I was traveling a little bit. So I've been kind of MIA, but I'm back. I'm back. How are you, love? How are you doing? But yeah, I was just like, we got to stop. We got to, stop accepting people's framework. Stop allowing people to make you mad. Stop allowing people to take you out of your own character, and get back that power, get back that control, you know? Hold on, Karina. I need to pull my computer back because I am apparently blinder than I thought, and I can't see a damn thing. Hold on one second. Okay, I can see again. So let me see. Oh, happy late birthday. Thank you so much. You said, I am, let me put it up here. Let me hit show. He says, I am bearing the heat back in California. Oh, are you from California? Is it hot out there? It's been really, I'm in Texas, and it's been kind of really gloomy outside lately. It's been raining for the last 2 or 3 days, and it's been kind of like, I mean, it's a mood, don't get me wrong, but like it's a mood that is causing me to be unproductive. I've been like very unproductive this week because the sun is gone. It's all gray outside and all wet and stuff. So I just been wanting to like snuggle and, you know, eat, which is terrible. But oh, SoCal. I want to go to California. It is on my bucket list. I've never been to California. I've never been west of the furthest west I've been is Nevada. I've been to Vegas a couple of times. No, a couple of times. Yeah, I've been to Vegas a couple of times, but my sister has been to I think she's been to South California, SoCal, a couple of times, and she raves about it. Like, she keeps telling me I need to go, and I really do need to go. But me traveling, I mean, I've been trying to travel lately. It's just been like via car. Like, you know, I went to New Orleans for my birthday and had a beautiful experience there because it's drivable distance. I've just been trying to avoid planes because, you know, I'm just not feeling all this mess with the pandemic and what they're trying to do with the, yeah, I don't know. So he said, and yes, barely. The heat is getting up here with an AC on him. Has a little bit of everything. You lived everywhere. Yeah, I hear it's got something for everything. I heard you guys' food trucks are unmatched. And, you know, I mean, I wouldn't say I'm a foodie, but because I don't like to eat just everything, but I know that when I plan out trips, like, I am thinking about, okay, so what restaurant do I have to eat here? Like, eat before I leave. Like, what are the restaurants? Because I like to try things that I would not normally get to eat in my own home state. So my sister again was also talking about, you know, the food out there, and it's on my list. I swear before I leave this earth, I will be in California at some point in time. I just think, yeah, I probably may wait. I may wait until things kind of, you know, calm down better. I don't know. I may not actually, because who knows when that's going to happen. So I probably just need to just plan a trip out there and just go for it. Yeah, I think that's what I may need to do. Let's see. You said, I've always wanted to go to New Orleans. How was it there? Like, what were your oh, you mean like, what were your recommendations? Good food trucks. Yeah, I know California is where the food is. I know, especially because I don't eat meat, or at least I'm not supposed to. So I definitely know, like, they are very like vegetarian and vegan friendly. So that was really one of the reasons why I wanted to go to California. New Orleans was amazing. New Orleans was definitely a spiritual trip for me. I actually, after meditating, it was so crazy. I was meditating, and I think after kind of coming out of meditation, because I didn't know what I was going to do for my birthday. And I just heard like New Orleans, like you need to go to New Orleans. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to New Orleans, and I stayed there. I I went on a foot tour. It was like a New Orleans foot tour. It was amazing. I had so much fun. I learned a lot about my history. I learned a lot about, because New Orleans in Louisiana was one of the, it's in the South, so it's a place where slavery took place. So I learned a lot of historical information that they just don't teach you in school. And so it's really important for me to learn those things, and to hear direct descendants from those places talk about things like, situations, circumstances, and what happened, and specifically belief systems as well. So I did that. I loved it. I recommend it. And then, of course, I got to hear some street Louisiana, like jazz music. It was really nice. I had a beignet. The beignet was not that good. So I actually met a wonderful, wonderful people out there, and they told me that is not normal. The beignets are usually really good. So I don't know. Maybe I just went in a one-off. So when I go back to New Orleans, I'll definitely go, because I'm definitely going back to New Orleans. First of all, I ate way too many po' boys. I don't think that was even normal to eat that many, but the food is so good, and the people out there are so chill. Like they don't give a damn. Like they're just so chill, and it was just really refreshing to be around that kind of energy. Like I felt like I was coming back home without actually having ever been there before, if that even makes sense. It may not make sense, but I can't say I have no negative things to say about New Orleans. I have no negative things to say about Louisiana. I stayed in Lafayette for a day and a half, and I enjoyed the people there. I connected with some beautiful people. So I have nothing negative to say about Louisiana. I can't wait to go back, honestly. Um, so yeah, that's just to fill you in. You said literally always pulling up Yelp when I land somewhere to get froyo. Froyo is so underrated. I wish people would talk more about froyo. Froyo is everything. Where I live, there are literally 3 froyo spots like within like 5-mile radiuses of me. So mind-blowing experience. I've always wanted to see their music scene. I want to go for food and vibe. Yeah, the music, I happen to have went when it wasn't like, it was really dreary. It was so crazy the way Spirit works, because I had the foot tour, right? And so I needed to be outside for that. And so it literally rained every day but my birthday, which was I had my foot tour, like basically like on foot, walking through the park and learning. I had that scheduled like actually on the day that on my birthday, and that was the only day that it did not rain while I was down there. So it was so funny, because I was like, thank you, Spirit, because I did not want to have to cancel my whole foot tour, because that was one of the reasons why I wanted to go down there, was to learn about my history, learn about some of the ancestors that I know I have, and to get an idea of like what life was like, and to learn a lot more about the history of voodoo and the belief systems and the people and what it was nice. And like I said, I made a lot of connections out there, and I'm very appreciative. I feel like I was exactly where I was supposed to be. So yeah, but thank you so much for thank you so much for asking about that. That's, I appreciate that. Let me move this over here. Okay. Yeah, that was definitely divine. Absolutely. Definitely divine. So that's what I'm saying, I mean, I don't know if you heard me earlier, that I was talking about how, we just really need to be appreciative of the places that we are when we are divinely led, and to listen to Spirit, because sometimes you may not understand why you're going somewhere or why you're experiencing something, but if you pay attention, Spirit will tell you, or it'll reveal itself to you if you're open to it. So, so yeah. I don't know, I didn't do a collective reading, but um, let me take my hair out of a ponytail. Yesterday I took a test. I want to know if I passed. Let's see. Did Zia pass her test? Pull right here. It says not the right time. Hello. It's saying not the right time. So I don't know if you passed the test. I don't think you passed the test. I think you may need to retake the test. I think maybe, I don't know what kind of test it was, but I think that you could have probably studied maybe just a little harder. So yeah, that's the card pool for you. But Jess says, hi, Jess. How are you doing? Oh, this lighting is so bad, but I don't know how to fix it. You did study, you tried? Reading sucks? What do you mean reading sucks? Like having to read sucks? Or the reading sucks? I'm confused. Jess says, I'm doing well, and you? I'm doing well. I'm doing so well. Thank you for asking. I was just telling Karina earlier that I've been MIA because of my birthday. I decided to take April off. Oh, your reading test sucks. Yeah, I honestly, when I was in school, like, and I'm an avid reader. Like, if I showed you my bookshelf, Zia, you would be like, holy shit. But I hated reading material in school. I hated when they made us read certain books because I preferred to read the books that I wanted to read. And so because I just had no interest in the books, it kind of reflected that, like, oh, she's just not good at reading, but it was really just that I just didn't really care about the material they were giving me. So I can relate to just, the reading tests just sucking because it's just kind of like, I mean, I can go on into a whole debate about that. I actually got into it with my English lit professor because I felt like his tests were like garbage. I felt like his tests were not, I don't know. I didn't like the way he formatted his test. I didn't feel like, they were objective enough. So, I have a whole history of just like having trouble in reading classes. And it's like I said, I love reading. I love writing. That's like one of my passions. But I hate when people tell me what to read. I hate that. So I feel you on that. But I'm going to do something for you. Let me see. What does she need to know about this test, though, specifically? It was a STAR test. I don't know. know. Knight of Swords is coming out next to Ten of Swords. So I'm wondering if you were overthinking it and if that may have possibly been you. I don't know. I don't know if you necessarily failed. You may have not failed it. You may have just not done that. Like, okay, like, look, I'm sorry, I'm blunt, so I'm just gonna have to, it's no judgment or anything like that. As I just said, I was a terrible test taker, but I don't know if you necessarily failed it. You may just not have done that well in it. You may have like barely passed it by the skin of your teeth. But I do feel like you overthought it. Knight of Swords is coming out next to Ten of Swords. I feel like you overthought a little bit of it because you wanted to do a good job, and but at the same time, Knight of Swords, Knight of Cups. Yeah, I think you were kind of overthinking it. I really hate that whole testing system, honestly. Like the STAR test, like I'm familiar with that. Like I hate, because some people are just not good test takers and it doesn't reflect on their ability to retain information. Like I'm telling you, I can do a whole freaking thing about the school system and testings and stuff like that. You really hope you barely pass. Yeah, I think you did. I just think that, I don't think you got the grade you wanted to get. That's what I'll say. I'll say it like that. And I think it's not even that you just like, because you said you studied hard. I think though, even though you studied hard, I think you went in overthinking a bit. But the whole STAR test, honestly, it's just, I don't know. I think it's just to see if you graduate. So are you a senior? Are you like a senior in high school? Because this is a 21 and up live. No, I'm just playing. Hi, everybody else that's watching. I am offering 10th grade. You're a sophomore. What are you, 16, Missy? Everyone else that's watching, I am offering free one card pools and $11 contributions for a full personal reading. So just letting you know. Sorry, I just really wanted to know. It's okay if you can take the heat, you can stay in. Just saying, I do 21 and up because usually the way I talk, I'm not very sensitive. I'm sensitive, but I'm very blunt and I prefer to speak transparently. And I know sometimes younger people, it's, sensitivity. Sensitivity is just not really my forte, depending on what I'm talking about. So that's really why I say 21 and up, but you can stay. Yeah, of course you can ask. What's up? I'm pretty much here until my husband gets back with my food. I will say though, we do talk about sometimes these lives that I do, we talk about adult stuff. So I just want to put that out there. What's coming in my career? Ooh. Hold on. That's not this deck. Hold on. What deck? You know what, Jess? Give me a second. I'm going to go run and get my other deck because I do not have that. And you asked a career question. So hold on a second. Okay, I'm back. It's so funny. My dog is in the other room sleeping, and he snores louder than most humans. It's kind of funny. Yeah, you can ask me a question. What's coming in Jess's career, please? What's going on and coming in Jess's career? Heart's desire comes out. So the card says the angels are supporting, guiding, and protecting you as your dreams become a reality. So as far as what's coming in your career, what is it that you want in your career? Because I feel like you're in a place where the allowance is pretty broad, I feel like you're in a state of allowance. And so it's honestly, what is it that you want to see happen in your life? The resistance is not really there. So really kind of focusing on, okay, what do you want is what is coming to you. So it's your heart's desire. And knowing, honestly, this is a beautiful card because it's you knowing that you have the full support of your guides, your ancestors, your angels, what have you. You have the support of those entities, and you have that spiritual backing. So a lot of time, people who have that tend to get the things that they want. I'm just going to put it bluntly like that. So honestly, they're kind of asking the question back to you as far as, well, what is it that you desire to have happen in your career? That makes sense. Ashe, I'm glad it makes sense. So you said, do you see me becoming a dentist in the future? Specifically a dentist. Okay, Hearts Love Joe. I will get to you in just a second. Thank you, love. Thank you for liking this live. I appreciate you. Is being a dentist in the future of Zia? I would say yes. You got helpful people. You have a heart to help people. You have helpful people. So you have a heart to help people. That is dentistry. Dentistry helps people. And I see not only yes, but I see you being very successful at that. I mean, first of all, the card is gold. And what is gold? It's wealth, it's luxury, it's lucrative. So I feel like not only would you be a very successful dentist, but I feel like you would be helping people, which I feel like is something that you may be passionate about. So yeah, I would say that is an affirmative. You said, thank you for the reading. Huh? You're welcome, Jess. You're welcome. I'm here after being gone for so long. You said that really makes you happy, Zia. Oh, I'm glad. I'm so glad. Yeah, just know, it's no joke, dentistry school. Not saying that from experience. I just know anything that's, involving, the medical field in any capacity is no joke. So, you're definitely going to have to be disciplined, but, as long as you stick to, what you're passionate about. And if you're passionate about helping people, let that fuel you in the times where you're just like, this is rough. Okay. You like helping? Ashe. Ashe means, good. I'm glad, it's confirmation. So very grateful for that. Okay. So Hearts Love Joe, I wanted to ask about Jackson's current thoughts and feelings towards me, and will he reach out to me? Ooh, let's see. Current feelings. What are the current feelings that Jackson has for Joe, please? What are the current feelings? Finances and career comes out. Finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. Current feelings. I think he's trying to get situated. And so I think he has a lot on his mind. I feel like he has a lot on his plate. And I feel like he's distracted. Current feelings are he's trying to kind of, some men are just very, how do I say this? They're very concerned with how things are structurally, and he may be a very old school, traditional person. So if his job is to take care of the household, he has to make sure everything's situated. And if things are not there yet, that's where his priority is going to be. So financial issues is kind of where he is right now. So I hope that makes sense. Yes, I like helping heart slip joke. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome, sweetheart. Thank you for tuning in. Zia says, I have been saying I wanted to be a dentist for a long time. I'm devoted. Yes, continue speaking that into existence and start saying more affirmative words like, I will be a dentist. I will be a successful dentist. I will be a dentist that, people are going to stand in line, no matter how long the line is, to come and sit in my chair and be a part of my practice, because they're going to see how brilliant I am in dentistry, how talented I am. Speak those things into existence. You say, yes, I agree. I have been waiting for him to patiently reach out to me. Thank you. You're welcome. Yeah. Patience is the name of the game, because sometimes, we have to understand, especially when we're dealing with relationships, things may not happen the way we want them to happen. And just because we, and okay, like I'm talking to myself too, you guys, because I'm not just, I'm not, like separate from this, but a lot of times we have to understand men don't think like us. Okay. So what we think is important is not always going to be what they think is important. And so you have to learn your partner. And so I think your partner, Joe, or whoever this person is, your interest, your love interest, they're very concerned with making sure the household is taken care of. And it may not be y'all's household right now, but his future household is taken care of. And so that's just kind of where he is, and there's nothing wrong or right about that. It's just about accepting. Yeah, you agree. Ashe. Well, I'm glad I'm providing some clarity for some of you guys. I love that. Quick question. Is this time too late, or is this a good time, or should I do it later or earlier? Like if I go live on Fridays? I'm curious. Oh, Joseph, thank you. You're welcome, love. Uh-oh, I think I kicked the camera again. Drinking wine, by the way, because this is 21 and up. And one of the running jokes here that I do is, if anyone is drinking with me, let me know so I can cheers you. All right, so if there is no one else that has any questions that they would like a card pull for or a personal reading for, I'm going to go ahead and kind of sign out, but I will be back. When will I be back? Next Friday, I think. So yeah, if nobody has any other questions, I'm going to go ahead and sign out because hubby's here. Going once, going twice, and sold. I am so grateful for all of you guys who tuned in for this live card pull. I appreciate it. I will be doing these more often. I promise. I love these too much to not do them. The goal is to do these every Friday. Friday night. Let me know in the comment section, even for those who are in the playback, like, is this time a good time, like 11 o'clock, or I can maybe do it midnight? I'm not sure. But anyhow, yeah, definitely stay subscribed. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss out when I go live spontaneously, because I'm known to do that, child. I'm known to do that. Oh, Jules says greetings. Hi, Jules. How are you? I was just about to get off, but if you want a reading really quickly, I can do the, I offer two things. It's a free card pull, one card pull, or a personal reading. So if you do want one of those, let me know really quick, and I'll go ahead and, hook you up before I get off. So let me know. But to the rest of you guys, I really thank you guys for watching, tuning in. It doesn't go unnoticed, and I love the vibes that I have on my live streams. So that's why I want to continue doing them. I use my selenite bar to straighten out my fabric. I'm not sure if if Jules wanted a reading, or if you're just saying hi. Oh, you responded. Okay. I'm a little impatient, apparently. You said, hold on, let me see. Can I ask, do you see me being signed to a modeling agency? Ooh, a modeling agency. Let's see what the card says. I'm gonna shuffle. These cards are just a little stiff, so I need to shuffle them a couple more times. Will Jules be signed to a modeling agency? Romance? What is that? Peaceful resolution. Yeah, I think you will. I think you're gonna love it too. You may find some love in that modeling agency too. That may be where you meet your boo thing. But yeah, these are positives. These are positive cards. These are yes cards. I think that, if there was any sort of struggle to join a modeling agency, or there's been any kind of effort that you've been kind of struggling with, that card is coming in as peaceful resolution to let you know, rest assured. She said, oh no. Yeah, rest assured that, you will find yourself home, like with a modeling agency. I'd see that happening in your favor. Time frame. I'll pull one card from tarot. Make it a time frame for Jules. Whoa. Ace of Cups comes out on top though. Yeah, I don't know. Again, I feel like the modeling agency, wow. Okay. Eight of Wands. Quick, soon. Wands is a fast moving is a fast moving suit. So we're talking, weeks, maybe. They're not, I don't think they're as fast moving as a sword. So, maybe summertime. I would say weeks to maybe a couple of months, as far as like time frame. And then on top of that, we have the, we're not going to ignore the fact that it is the Eight of Wands. So that is a yes, yes, yes card. So yeah, I see it happening quicker than maybe, well, I don't know, because you may just be like, okay, I want it now. So it's not now. So it's a problem. But I do see this kind of happening pretty quickly, probably quicker than a lot of people experience. And then, like I said, that's a very confirmation driven card, because yes, Eight of Wands is always a yes, yes, yes card for me. So also, I want to point out with this card, any sort of opportunities that come towards you regarding modeling, safe opportunities. Okay, keep in mind, because sometimes you get around some real sketchy people in that industry, but any kind of legitimate opportunities, even if it's just like a random like casting, or just like one of those, I know because my friend actually went to one where they have the calling all models type of things, where you go to like an event center or something, and you sit and they, you talk to them, even if you read lines, like any type of opportunity where you are being given to show your face in front of people, even if it's just acting and you don't want to act, you just want to model, like whatever opportunities like that, I would say take those, because you never know what door that could open in turn. Okay, so whatever the opportunities that are coming at you, take those. Don't overthink it. Go. You're fine. I definitely feel like the yeses are in your favor. The effort. Can I talk? The allowing of you wanting to be a model and being a modeling agency, that is in your favor. So go for it. Okay. But yeah, so I'm going to actually go ahead and sign off. My husband is eating without me at this point, which is unacceptable. But I hope that that reading gave you some clarity. I will be back on next Friday, probably around the same time, Fridays at 11 p.m., probably, yeah, 11 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'll be back to do more of these free one card pulls and $11 contribution personal readings. Thank you, love. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your time and your space with me. I appreciate you. And I hope you have a great rest of your night. Gave you much clarity. Ashe. I'm so grateful for that. I don't take that for advantage. I don't take that for granted. So Ashe. Bon appetit. Oh, you're funny. I like you. Bon appetit. Thank you. I hope you have a good night. I hope anybody watching in a playback has a good night. And until next time, I love you guys. Bye.